pluck all the strings. I pluck them using my thumb, index finger, middle finger and ring finger. I assign each string to a finger and then I make a pinching movement like this. So after that pluck, you're going to do a little arpeggio that goes like this. G, C, E. I'm doing it by the names of the strings, by the way. So G, C, E, G. The rhythm I'll explain in a minute, but for now remember the order of these strings. So G, C, E, G. So now the rhythm is going to be. So it's kind of marching. So it's pam 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 pam. After this, you're going to take the pink all the way to the 10th fret, and then you're going to bar your index finger on the 7th frets of the C, E and A string. If you don't know how to do a bar chord or how to bar smoothly, I'm linking another video in which I explain this thoroughly. Okay, so after you laid this down, you then pluck the bottom 3 strings like this. So in total, it's like this. This is why I use the pink here, because you can then easily adjust it to the 10th, so you don't have to take it off and put it back. Important to know here is that you don't slide. It's not a slide all the way here. Keep it on the string and then slide it to the 10th without playing it. So now you're going to do the same arpeggio as when we were here. So G, C, E, G. So in total it's going to sound like this. After this, you're going to lay down the 3rd grip. So you're going to take the index finger off and go back with the pink to the 3rd fret of the A. So it's going to go from 3 to 10 to 3. Again, no slide. So you have your pink here, and with your index finger, you're going to go to the 2nd fret of the G string, and then you're going to pluck all the strings. This time the arpeggio is going to be a little bit different. It is G, C, E, G, A. It sounds like. And this time the G and the A, those last 2 notes, you play faster. So it's going to be. So you can see I put an emphasis on this last note and I played this note a little bit faster, so there's room for this last note. So it's going to be. So in total it's going to be. After that, you're going to go with the pink to the 5th fret of the A string and only hit that note. Then you're going to go to the 7th. And now you're going to take your index finger and bar it on the 8th frets of the E and the A string like this. It's not an intimidating bar like this. It's a little bit smaller luckily. And then you're going to put your middle finger on the 9th fret of the C string. So this is the grip you're working with. Then you're going to hit the bottom 3 strings. So just to revise. 5, 7, and then the grip. So first you're going to pluck the bottom 3 strings, followed by that same arpeggio as with the first 2 grips. So G, C, E, G. So now you're going to put the pink on the 7th fret of the A and release all the other fingers. So you're going to go from here to here. Practice this transition slowly. Luckily, it is a bit of a slow song, so you can definitely slow down the pace and really get comfortable with it. So from here, you're going to go to here. So it's just open string, open string, open string, and then the 7th. Then you pluck all the strings, and then again do the same type of arpeggio. G, C, E, G. So once you got this down, you can apply it to almost every grip we've done so far. Make sure to get the momentum right in this arpeggio. So, pink on the 7th, rest open, pluck all the strings. And you're going to use your pink on the 7th because now we're going to go to the 5th and we're going to lay down a G chord like this, but then a little bit different because we need the G, but we also need this note. And this is a bit difficult, like I'm stretching like mad. So I decided to bar it with my index finger on the 2nd frets of the C, E and A string. And then I put my middle finger on the 3rd fret of the E string. So then I get this and I have more room to put my pink on the 5th fret. So traveling from here, it's easier to lay this down and then the rest. So and then like that. So now you're going to hit the bottom 3 strings. And now the arpeggio after that is going to be just a little longer. You play G, C, like you know it. And then slowly after that you play. So cut this in half because it's easier to practice that way. Play the A string, E string, G string, C string. So, and then all together. I put these arpeggios after the grips to really fill up the space, because otherwise it's going to be just, and then you just wait for the next thing to happen. So just to fill up the space and make it super melodious, I decided to do this. So pluck the bottom 3 strings, G, C, E, G, and then those 4 slower ones, A, E, G, C, like that. So in total it's going to be, so the length of those last 4 notes is the same. So it's bam, 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 bam. And in the beginning I speed it up. And then at the end I make it the same. So that creates the dynamic of the whole arpeggio. Alright, so now we go to an F chord. And then we're going to pluck all the strings. And now we're going to do this arpeggio. G, C, E. And that E string you wait a little bit longer. So it's going to be bam, bam, bam. Now we're gonna go to a G, pluck all the strings. Bam, bam, bam. So G, C, E. So it's the same vibe. Now we're gonna do this grip. We're gonna put our index finger on the 2nd fret of the G string and our pink on the 3rd fret of the A string. Pluck all the strings. We've done this grip before. So you're gonna pluck all the strings again. G, C, E. Now we're going to bar the 5th frets of the C, E and A string like this. And we're going to pluck the bottom 3 strings. Now with our ring finger we're going to play the 7th one. If you can do it, keep the bar on there while you're playing the 7th note. You don't have to do it, because then the resonance of these 2 notes continues when you play the 7th fret of the A string. Then you're going to play the 8th fret. So it's going to be all together. Okay, now this pink is going to go back to the 7th fret and you're going to release the other fingers. Pluck all the strings and now you're going to do the same type of arpeggios with the F and the G and all. G, C, E. Bring this back to the 5th, lay down the G chord as we did previously, you know, with the bar. And then we're going to do pluck, G, C, E, and then you just lay down a C. In this case, I'm getting the C with the middle finger, because if I place my fingers like this, I just have to move this 1 string down and then release the other fingers, you see? But if you don't feel comfortable with that, that's also fine. You can get the C however you want. So I'm just gonna play from here. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't yet, and I hope to see you soon in the next video.